So, DarthUnkei up against Cos. 8.5 million GP to 8.295 million. Zeta's 188 to 197. I've got 5 more Omicrons than Cos. We've got 138 total relics to their 136. We've got 6 less relic 5 pluses, and we've got 5 less gear 12s. However, we have got speed advantages. Marginal, but they are advantages. Downside, 5 GLs to 6. So we're going to have to hope that we can pull out a counter if we need it. We've both got Starkiller, and we've both got Executor. So all that out of the way, I'm just going to reset my screen how it should be, because I will forget if I don't. And let's get into the battle. Let's see how we're getting on. Okay. That was all me being dopey and forgetting to actually record it. I normally do a video and everything for it that I can just have my streaming software look at. Okay. Kind of what I expected here. There's a few changes. Alright. Let me get this screen on just so I can keep track. So, my defense. Not a lot of change from the last 5v5, I'll be honest. We've got Geos on the front, we've got Dooku, we've got Darth Revan with Nest, and we've got Kylo Ren. Then if we go down the south, we've got Qui-Gon Jinn, we've got Beskar Mandalorian, we've got Dash Rendar, and we have got a Rey with an Omicron, not an Omicron, a Datacron. They need to start doing less crons. Yeah, this one's not that fancy, I'll be honest. It's got booster light side characters. They gain offense when there's at least 2 buffs. You get extra stats in tenacity and protection. So maybe it'll be good. I don't know. Honestly, it just seemed right putting it there. So that's that. I'm not going to show my back wall, but let's have a look at the front. Well, their front. So that doesn't surprise me. I don't think they got Starkiller when they did the last 5v5, so Starkiller on defense makes sense. Bad Batch I did expect. They are a little bit peculiar, I'll be honest. They put the Mandalorian with Beskar on the Mandalorian. And they've got Rose Tico chilling with Rey. Okay. We go down south. We've got Django. We've got JMK with a Datacron. Let's have a look at it. Oh. I didn't think you could apply them if they didn't. Or is it just that they only get the health steal? I mean, that's still a lot of health steal, I'll be honest. That could be nasty with the JMK, but I assume that's all they've done it for. Okay. So yeah, they got that. A bit weird putting Cam in there with Cat, but I don't know. It happens. Got GG and Lord Vader. It's a pretty powerful Lord Vader team as far as who's in the comp. Again, health steal. Yeah, I heard something about Finn and Rose. I didn't look into it, but I did hear. I thought, okay, if ever I do need an Omicron there, I could always apply it. Okay, so what have we actually seen in the plan here? We've seen Grievous, we've seen Lord Vader. No Rey as of... Well, hang on, Rey was up north, wasn't she? Yeah, she was with Rose. So that's still there. JMK is still there. We've seen a Django team. No Phasma. We've seen Hunter, we've seen the Mandalorian. No Veers, Mothma, or Iden. Okay. So just one change, it seems. So that helps me as far as getting through this. So... Alright, finish the caffeine. I really wish I could say that this is something a bit harder, but... just water. So, I am going to go a little bit heavy on offense. That was the plan. let's just get straight to it. So we've got Lord Vader chilling down here. We're going to take in JMK. We're going to take in Ahsoka. Cat. Actually, we'll leave Cat for a second. We'll bring in Padme. Then Cat. Then Kenobi. Simple reason being, if I'm thinking of turn order, Ahsoka should call in for the assist first, so she'll clear any buffs. Padme will then apply protection up to the team. Cat will come in, and then Kenobi. So it kind of feels better that way. I don't think I've got any Datacrons left, so I think clicking here is a bit moot. Tenacity. I don't think that's going to help. Lord Vader's just going to debuff me to hell anyway. So, yeah. We'll have to be a bit wary. It seems like they've got a fair bit of health steal with that Datacron. But, yeah, fingers crossed we'll still be alright. Let's do it. Okay, we go first. If I could get Piet out early, that'd be nice. Let's put that on Cat. Ari blows. Get RG out. Alright, we'll basic here. I'm thinking who I would like to take a turn, well, to benefit there. I think Ahsoka, she's close to full turn meter. Alright, basic. Basic again. Let's pass that to Kenobi. And we'll do that with Cat. Okay, this could hurt. Basic. Come on, Kenobi, get in here. I need you to... You know what? We're doing high ground. We're just doing it. Alright, basic won't do much here, but it'll help. Basic. Let's put that on Cat again. We're going to do that for now. We're going to put that onto Ahsoka. There we go. Armor Shred onto Lord Vader. Just cleanse any debuffs if we can. Heal and immunity. Basic, sadly. More Armor Shred, I like it. Basic. Alright, that's nice. Bit more needed. Let's keep the health, the healing immunity on there. And bye-bye. 75. Good start. Alright. Alright, so what have I missed here? The guy you're facing has all 6 GLs at Relic 1. If you're going to spend that kind of money, why would you not level them? It's strange. Oh, okay. I can't say I did that Joker quote. Yeah, I can only assume it's that. Someone who just didn't want to take tunes to Relic 7. I mean, saying that, they must know to take tunes to Relic just for the fact that they've got Relic 5s and 7s, or even 8s to... Well, yeah, they'd have 8s to get Lord Vader. I think that's a fair claim. I think the Mandalorian might challenge it, but I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I had a load of fun. I will say, I think I think criticisms of it were very harsh. I get where they come from. I'm not ignorant, but yeah, I still think some people were just nitpicking. Alright, we've got JML, JKL, Hermit, Shaq T, and Barris. Okay. Yeah, I go back to it. I don't think it's perfect as a show, you know, but I enjoyed it. I think that's the bottom line. I think it's all about how it makes you feel, you know, and I recognise again that it could improve, but I don't think it was a bad show. I feel like we've just become used to being critics as a society. Yeah, they did well with Vader. I think, I've said it a few times, but I think Vader was something that the people behind the show, or even behind Disney, said, you know what, if we're going to use him, we're going to make sure we do him right. We're not just going to have him play a little part in this. We're going to make sure he's the Vader, you know, the one that used to have nightmares about, and full credit to him. He did a good job. Okay. Getting bombarded a bit there. Let's do that to try and heal Barris up a little bit. Oh, wow. Just do that. Yeah, I need to get Cat out. She's just chilling there. Xian. I'm not liking that. Wow. 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 Okay. I am not liking that. What was that Datacron? Remind me. Hal's Steel. Yeah, a lot of Hal's Steel, but that shouldn't really be playing in yet because they're not losing protection. Rev may have been needed at this point, I will agree. I don't think he was needed, like, you can't do it without him, but yeah, I think this is potentially a clean-up. We'll see how we get on. We got Cat out, so it's the biggest obstacle out of the way. Yeah, we're actually okay now, it's just bad banners. Yeah, I mean, for Hermit to go, that was bad. Let's do that. Alright. 57. I mean, JMK is still a tough team, so it's not like I should be down about that, but still, went away from me a bit. Right. What did I say for bounty hunters? Imps. I want to just double check this. So this is where it could get messy. I don't know how this calculation works, I'm going to be honest. 30 speed from Django. So I'm going to work it out like this. 307. Let me get a calculator for myself here. Here we go. So 307 on Zam. Times 1.2. Times 1.2 for a Salve. That is 368.4. Then times that by 0.2. That would be 73.68. So add on 278 from Bosk. He goes up to 351. My imp still outspeed that. The question is, have I got the damage? I think I've got the damage. But it feels a risk. Yet, we'll go up to 366. So, just faster than Bosk. Thing is, if they take a turn, they could rip me. Because that's kind of how imps work. You know, if they get going, great. If they trip up bad. Still, they have got clean-up options, so I'm going to go with it, but... yeah, this could be awkward. Didn't check Django. Yeah, we need turn meter. And we need protectional. Alright, we'll do the AoE. Alright, the bombs I'm not too worried about in their own right. Yep. Still, we seem to have gotten out of the worst of it. I would say, anyway. Could be wrong, of course. There we go, Django down. Let's just do a punch. Okay. Yeah, let's go over there. Grief's the weaker one. Just keep turn meter train going. Yeah, Zam could be just plain old annoying here. Days. Ooh, okay. This'll hurt. Come on, we need to get her out quick. Oh, they got a contract as well, fantastic. Okay, we did get some protection back at least there. Okay. 58. Yeah, I'll agree. Rookie mistake, I should have checked Django. We got through it, but note to self, check Django next time. What was he out of curiosity? Close down my window with that. Let's have a quick look. Bit of doubt when I lost Stark. I thought, okay, I've lost a bit there. Bounty Hunters, Django, what speed? 287, so that was a big bump. I'm not calculating it right now, but I'm going to guess that was about 370. Oh yeah, because 287 would be about 317. He's getting 70 on top, so that's about 380. Yeah. It was a big bump for him. Never mind, we got through it. Alright, General Grievous. I said I was going to do JKR here, so let's do it. What was my team comp here? Put Jahani in here. Yeah, Mace is probably better here, to be honest. I think I got it in my head I was using Mace with Qui-Gon. Might switch that around, to be honest. Okay, past to Yoda. Take the stealth off the stealth tunes, spread whatever we got. Let's go for B2. I have to think of his number then. I am B, second of my name. Ooh. Give that to Yoda again. Brace yourself. Alright, that was fun. I get the feeling Grievous with an Omicron could be annoying. Not an Omicron, the Datacron. They really need... I don't know why they named it something so similar to the thing they just bought out. Alright, we've got speed up, that's nice. Nearly again, nearly. Let's do that. And pass to Yoda. Big Bad's gone. You know what? Pull him. Let's put some foresight up just to try and help ourselves. Yoda could probably get back to full protection. Might have lost a bit on Revan. And I know I did on Mace. Alright, good start. And pretty much what was expected. Veers, Iden, and Mothma. Okay. So I said I was going to do Wampa on Iden. I was going to do Iden on Mothma. And on Veers I was going to do... Well, to be honest, right, it's not a great Veers team, so I was going to do a Mishmash Empire team on my own. But maybe we've got something better left for it. So, in the meantime, let's go up north. So I've got a little problem. Hopefully I've got droids. I've got droids? Yeah, I've got droids. Yeah. He's made some weird choices. Okay. What speed is Mara? Because if I'm right, it's plus 70 effective, so that's 391. My dog is just looking at my cat. I've got no idea what's going on down there. Okay, so they should be gaining 8% turn meter for each active droid ally. I've heard of rumours. To be honest, it would make sense. I think they've been leaning towards three things, and something to do with Old Republic, something to do with Rebels, and something to do with, well, Inquisitors, Grand Inquisitor. So, there was two ways it could go. It could be a Rebel ship or a Rebel GL, or it could be an Old Republic ship or an Old Republic GL. So, yeah. I haven't changed B1, have I? 250. Okay. I just need to look at my files a minute. I'm curious. There is a calculation for working out droid speed. Here we go. Droids plus BB-8 equals the base speed times 1.67. So, what is this? 196 times 1.67? 327.32. So it's still slower than Mara Jade, but maybe we could get a turn train going. I mean, what is B1 at? Keep closing down the calculator. I might as well leave this open permanently. 250 times 1.67. 417.5 speed. Yeah, and I did the right calculation. Alright, that should be quicker than Mara Jade. Alright, so I'm going to follow the rule that I've been given here. If you get one out and it goes wrong, don't back out. Just play it out. That way, Star Killer's weaker. So we'll do that. Been a while since I've done Star Killer in 5v5. Alright, Secret Intel. We're going for Mara Jade, so let's just pump it at her. There are calculations online. I used Gom's video recently. I can try and find a link for it. There are probably other services as well, I remember Gom doing it. Let's try the crawl there. I wouldn't mind getting Visas down at the same time if I can. Alright, Starkill's only just taken a turn, that's kinda good, but right now it feels like they're ramping a bit. Yeah, not much point doing it there. Let's just top up B2 if we can. Okay, BB8's gone, we've got Mara. Not much point there, but no one else to target. No revives, okay. Whichever way, we've got a cleanup available now. Just slam palps. Okay, we gain Temmin if we do the AoE. And another. Let's put that on B2. There we go. I mean, I will say that wasn't a great Star Killer comp for the fact that there wasn't a Jedi tank in there. I think a Jedi tank, it would have been better. But yeah, let me just put this on the screen a second just to explain what I was looking at. Yeah, this is from one of Gom's recent videos, Operation Metaverse. It was something he was just doing as far as speed, so I took a screen grab, honestly, just because I was like, okay, I need to remember this. So all that was like sort of base speeds for those at the top of Kyber 1, really. Or at least those who want to be competitive. And then my webcam might be in the way here, so let me just try and move it. There we go. The pre-TM effect. So this one, all droids plus BB-8, you calculate it by the base speed times 1.67. And there's others here, so Momothra and Kyle. Kyle's base speed is Kyle's base speed times 1.43. That's what he starts at. Darth Maul Lead Sith is base speed times 1.25. And Bastard Lead Jedi's base speed times 1.18. I'll be honest, I don't know how this has worked out. Gom or someone else did it. So, yeah, credit where it's due there. And then hopefully you can pass it on if it is someone else. Alright, let's get back onto Unkai. Yeah, I don't know enough about these things, I'll be upfront. I hear things and I try and remember them. Okay, we haven't got an Omicron on this team, so hopefully we can just do see what. Offense mods. Okay, that could be a little interesting. Let me have a look at my own Ray. I'm just curious what the comparison is. I'm still not great with Rays. That's as far as knowing a good Ray from a bad Ray. I should be. I should know it by now, but I feel like I've just neglected it. Alright, so I've got a lot of health, but I've also got a fair bit of damage. It was decent top offense, but low on health. What do you think the chances are with C? I'll show you mine just so... It's been a while. 192 health. Health mods. Okay. Trevor boy, hello there. How you doing? Let's get what there. I'm pretty sure I put Armourer somewhere else. Yeah, Armourer somewhere else. So I couldn't rely on a double buff. I've got Sortie, but she's not really doing anything. Yeah, Armourer's on defense. You see, I'm reluctant to put more Sith there because I know that will make Sith Eternal a little bit weaker, or a little bit harder to ult. So yeah, I don't even want to put a pre-taunt in for that reason. Doing good, yeah. I've had a good start to GA. I'm only doing this account tonight. I'm going to do another stream tomorrow. But yeah, good start. A little bit of a hiccup somewhere, I'll be honest. I went in with Imperial Troopers versus Django Lead Bounty Hunters. And I forgot to check Django's speed of all tunes. So, yeah, we got the win, but it was a bit dicey. Django must have been effective 380, whereas I was about 366, I think. So, yeah. Bit of a rough start when he was burning us. Yeah, we got through that alright. We did JKR, we did JML there, did JMK there. So yeah, pretty solid start. We got pretty easy stuff at the back. So it's just about making sure we don't trip up on the front wall now. You see, my attack mentality is I always like going for the big stuff first. I don't like leaving. I don't like this idea of, oh, right, I'll just take a moment, I'll go for CLS Bad Batch. Which is the plan for the record. But yeah. I can't say I get that. Why you put the Mandalorian with Beskar armor, I don't know. Alright, I'm going to have to try it, aren't I? I'm going to have to try to see what. It's just... It feels like it could go wrong quite easily. I wish he was Ralicate. I haven't got an Omicron that would help. Sorry, Datacron. I keep saying Omicron. It's a nasty. My concern would be if I bought a tank in, it would probably take longer for C to ult. He's kind of better just doing his own thing. But... yeah, I mean, I could potentially clean up. I think I still got gas. Yeah, I've said I was going to do gas on... What did I say I was going to do gas on? I was going to do gas on Beskar armor. So, we could shift that plan if we needed to. So I've got a few leftover teams that I didn't have plans for. But yeah. Let's give this a go. I'm just not comfortable with it. Let's have a drink. Yeah, Daka Zombie could have been an idea. Alright, let's go for Finn. And let's go for Poe. They're the damage dealers. Well, they're the damage dealers aside from Rey. Alright, may as well go for Finn. Not like we do anything in this part of the battle. They just wail on Watt because Watt's defenseless. Alright, poor Watt. Okay, basic. Rose does a thing. Maybe I should save that ability. Okay. I'm not going to ult straight away. I'm going to do this. That way I get some more protection back via tank tech. And I'm going to do that. Does that recover health? No, just protection. Alright, well... Although I'm liking the counter chance. Shame that went away. Okay. I don't like how close to a turn Ray is. Oh, no, sorry, I was reading the ult meter. Sorry, okay. Let's do it. Right, let's link these two. Right, might as well shock Rose. Sorry, I just found a little shock prod cute as if to say, go on, I'll poke you, I'll poke you. Okay, lightning. Oof. Okay, let's go for Rose a minute, I think. Yeah, let's go there. Ugh, okay. Let's do the light show. Alright, when it gets to this point, you're looking and you're thinking, what was I worrying about? Let's go and nick banners, though. I mean, I was already down banners, but still 63. Okay. Let's do CLS now. Barely an inconvenience. Alright, let's go on. I do need to watch that video as well. Alright, can we get Hunter out? Nice one. Nice. Just wasn't sure then if I got my abilities right for the health and protection recovery, but we were good. Alright, so gas this. Just checking I did actually do the right thing this time. Oh, that was embarrassing. Okay, put that onto Sexy Rexy. Form up. And you know what? We're going to try and prevent them birds. Should be a few crit hits there. Load of buffs, so yeah, you keep applying it to him. I'm just going to keep going through your team until you run out of turns for damage immunity. Let's go for bow. Alright, we'll go for Queel again. Queel's a bit squishy for some reason. I mean, my understanding of Queel is, as well as speed, you want him pretty tanky, but apparently not here. Let's go for bow. Yeah. Now that was barely an inconvenience. Let's go over here. Yeah, Bam is just being annoying at this point. He isn't stopping me. He's just basically saying, you know what? I'm just going to keep. I'm going to keep making you wait. Really wish I could recover protection here. I didn't even get a chance to Rexolate. Alright, so we got the fleet wall open. Alright, that's what I like to see. Let's get this wall down. So, let me just check Iden. I didn't check the potency. 100% potency. Could be a little challenge for my Wampa. Maybe not insurmountable, but yeah, we got 50% to start. We gained 100%, so it's 150. 100 versus 150. We should win the tenacity check. Let's do it. Because, essentially, I feel like his tenacity is quite good from the start anyway, so you want to make sure he's survivable. The only reason to mod for tenacity is for Iden teams, and to be honest, if someone goes out of the way to mod Iden with, say, 150% potency, then it's like, okay, well, I just won't use one per year. Could really do with my ability coming back. There we go. Yeah, Wampa's getting mad. He's getting mad. Ruth Vader Ginsburg, hello. You think he starts 150, so I think you're at 200. How I read it, I got 50% from my stats at the beginning. Then I gain 100 from... If I read it right, it was 100 from... Why did they go for Iden then? It was 100 from the actual Omicron. So after that, you get 150. But maybe there is something if it's like 1v5, or maybe it's 1v3 even. I'll have to double check it. Alright, Snow didn't stand a chance. Let's just have a quick check. Ooh. Oh, you're thinking of his first unique rather than the Omicron one. Let's have a quick look then. Alright, 68. We got through that alright. So... let's have a nosy. Where is Wampa? Here he is. Or she. Okay, so, like I say, we had 53%, but basically very little from mods. From this one, we gained 100%. Ah, okay, so that'd be it, though, when it's got protection up. So once it's got the protection up, it gains another 50%. So you look at it and you think, alright, it's that first turn. With Iden going first, it's like, okay, if you've got enough tenacity to survive the initial stun, you're fine, but if they get the stun, then that's when it gets a bit mucky. Yeah, so I don't mind that. Like I said, if someone goes over 150% potency to try and counter my Wampa, then fair play to them, I'll use a different counter. It's like on defense today, I've put a team down that I usually have on offense, and hopefully that'll catch them out. But I know that team... I don't want to shout it out in case someone does watch this by some weird random chance. But, yeah. I think to myself, you've got counters available, and it's all about mixing your board up then, isn't it? 50% resist chance was kind of scary there, though. Yeah, it was. I think that's the gamble you got to play, though, a little bit. I understand if you want to play 100% efficiency, you might go, yeah, don't do it. But I think, yeah, the odds were kind of with me. Let's get these ones in. Ooh. Sorry, just seen Gideon there on his own. He looks so lonely. We need some, what are they called? Imperial Remnants. You know, they've nicked all these. I don't know. I'm sure the Remnants will come into play when Mando Season 3 kicks off, but just feels like a long wait. It's not a bad shout, that. I know you can do the Gideon support team, can't you? I mean, I used Padme with JMK today, so it wasn't the worst outcome as far as how the battle went, but certainly an option. Yeah, we got a bit of a wait for that, though, haven't we? I do agree. I think that could be broken if they go down that road. I mean, I would expect a Galactic Legend tier fracture. I love this team. I just love this team. Can we go for SRP? Just to keep him quiet. Mothma will take a turn, we can't stop it, but... Let's do that. Just increase Cal's cooldowns. Let's go back for Pow because he'll be annoying. Alright, they finally brought the Trooper in. Let's do that. Alright, Kyle, let's go back for you. You've been annoying me a bit. Bye-bye. And SLP's got a buff, so we do need to play around with him. We'll get there, though. This should do it. I love that the game just mixed out like saying, alright, we give the buffs to Mon, we give them to the Trooper, what next? Oh, they die. Okay. Okay, we've got this weird team. Yeah, when I was doing my planning, I put something down like doing... Oh, what did I say? Darth Vader, Tarkin, Gideon, Royal Guard, and Thrawn. I might as well use Bounty Hunters. I think that'd be safer. I mean, I could use Night Sisters, really. Although saying that, using Night Sisters when there are Imperial troops involved does sound mental. There isn't a damage dealer, though. Yeah, I wouldn't want gamble. We could get away with Bounty Hunters. If we do that, that should be enough. I mean, yeah, I don't think Vader's got enough to solo that. Lord Vader, maybe. Yeah, I kind of like that. That's a safe 5 to get through it. There should be enough there. I've just got this image of like doing a sort of edit after going, oh yeah, that was not enough. I got Probe Droid on one of my accounts the other day. I think it was Crimson. I'm looking forward to trying to use him somewhere, but I don't know where. Not much difference. I think we're all healed up. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Fennec, get last kick him. 65. That's probably something Fennec could have soloed up, but yeah, the days are gone when I'll be brave enough to try that. Alright. Interesting set of fleets. Keep remembering I need to have a shave. Whenever I have a drink of water, I feel like a cartoon character with a bunch of froth on my face. TFP should give an early turn. It is a malevolence counter, which is quite... Sorry, an executor counter. It's a little bit weird seeing it here, to be honest. Yeah, 201 speed is quick shit. I think I'm going to do Finalizer here. We'll do Silencer, Command Shuttle, Special Forces, Echelon, FOTP. Wondering if there's two I can just bring along for the ride. Nothing that really screams out at me. I don't think Gauntlet's worth it. I'm trying to think what that fleet's got. It's got a lot of foresight, so maybe something like Cassian. Well, saying that, Ebon Orc should be around here. Yeah, let's bring Ebon Orc along. That could help. Let's do that. If I'm right, Finalizer does counter Radus. Or there's enough anti-resistance stuff in the kit. Alright, the one who I remember has Temmin against us Poe, so I'm sending that there. Oh, okay, I didn't mean press that button, but we should be okay. Let me turn that off a minute. We got advantage and offense up and death pen, so I'm going to do that. Yeah, Rose has got quite a bit of tankiness about her, I will say. Yeah, triggered a few foresights there, sadly. Right, nearly. Let's do that. Gone. If you can't tell, I don't like having all the buffs on show, but there are some battles where you just think, yeah, I need it. Alright, we should get an assist there. If we're lucky, we can get a kill. Nice. Let's do a basic on Ray. Nice. Born assist with Silencer. Nice. Unfortunately, we're going to trigger a Foresight. Okay. That should be enough, but I'm going to just lock Poe down a bit more. Bring in the TIE pilot. And it should be a pretty easy win here. Ooh. Had to be a dodge, didn't it? There we go. 72. So from here, I'm thinking Negotiator will go against Malevolence, so let's do Malevolence against that. Simple reason being, if anyone's got the heads together, you'd have Second Sister's ship there to counter Negotiator. So I don't particularly want to take that risk. Hello, Tyler. How you doing? Okay, let's give the thermometer. Put that on the bomber. Doing good here, yeah. Gonna say, just wrapping up this Grand Arena. Or this stream. Okay, let's put buzz droids here. How about yourself, Tyler? How are you doing? Okay, bring in Spy. You know, I said that you already said that you're doing good. Reading sometimes is hard. Yeah, I feel like this. I'm doing shorter streams now to try and get bed a little earlier. So, yeah, that's my game plan tonight. Come back tomorrow and finish the job. Right, bring in Soldier. Alright, 68. Not the cleanest of wins, but still, we got some okay banners there. And then Negotiator should flounce this. Flounce this? Trounce this? Words. I get your point. I get your point. I know for myself, it's a little bit tricky sometimes because, you know, when you're in front of a camera, you don't want to sometimes be brutally honest. If you're having a bad day, you don't want to be saying, oh yeah, it's actually been pretty naff, you know, because you don't want to put your own sort of things into it. You don't want to put your own feelings in front of camera, especially if someone else is feeling bad. You don't want to sort of double down on their negative feelings. But, yeah, just in general, I know what you mean. It's like, there are days when I'm like, yeah, I shouldn't say I'm okay, but it's polite. I sometimes wonder if it's British, and then I see other British people going, yeah, I'm feeling whatever. Most parts of my family are a little bit repressed. I think that's the correct word. Emotions aren't something people talk about. Alright, Tyler. Have a good night, man. Bombs away. Let's do that. Okay. Can't really recover banners here. Let's just do that. $72. So, 18, 17. That seems pretty good. I think I used to average less than that. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can just do a quick GA search. Just see what my average banners were last season. Let's see. I'm going to do it in the SWGOH bot channel for any of you on Discord in case you want to look yourself. Scout. Put my... Oh, hang on. I always forget what my code is. Bear with me. It's probably going to compare me with someone else here, isn't it? Like Temmin. Are we winning? Yeah, I would say we've put up a good score. I mean, I'm curious how good a score. That's kind of why I'm stalling the end here. Let's just go here a moment. Here we go. Alright, I'm going to put this on... Actually, I'm going to put this on the full screen, so let me just get the scenes right. Here we go. There we go. So yeah, this is... Just checking, is this Temmin? Yeah, this DarthUnkei versus Temmin. So let me just see. That's not going to help me, is it? I need the other one. Bear with me. Yeah, I need this sheet. There we go. So last season, there we go. I remember that. I remember these ones. Yeah, we got 563, 1827, 1460, 1536, 949, 1798, 1785, 1772, and 1521. So I'd say we've improved. I mean, that's a good score based on what I was averaging last season. I mean, 1800 was it? I've just got. Let me check. Yeah, 1817. So if we just compare it. Yeah, 1817. I did 1823 on my last round of 5v5, so I've been quite good there. But yeah, that's my second highest since I took over this account, so I'm pretty happy there, to be honest. I think that's pretty good. So yeah, my opponent's got a challenge. What I would say, they're probably going to look at my GA history and think, what did they use? So the one that might throw a kink in their offense plans, Lord Vader. They might think he has used bounty hunters versus Lord Vader in the past. So the question they might be thinking is, did I use bounty hunters again? So I'm curious what they do with that in mind, because I mean, I could have done bounty hunters, I think. Maul there could have been a bit of a concern, but I could have put Bam in there. Bam would have helped. So from there, it's like, maybe what did they use against JMK? Like I say, I think we've got an advantage here. It's not a big one, but I think it's enough to at least be moving forward and thinking, all right, they've got to play the battles wise. They've obviously saved Executive for offense, so they're thinking they need to mirror it to win. But yeah, I'm curious. Hopefully we can give an update tomorrow. Just claim Mianji while I'm here. So I did mention it. Key thing to see here is that I am flawed in the mods. Somehow I've lost a 25 speed mod. I don't know how that works. I'm sure I had 12 last time I did one of these. But apparently I've only got 11 now. So, yeah, I don't really know how that's happened. But yeah, I'm still getting flawed where it was 11 or 12 to 26. 20 pluses, 48 to 120. 15 pluses, 120 to 217. We've both got JMK. My opponent's got JML. I've got Slacker, so that is not great. You look at the total relics. Got 10 more than me. 3 more relic 5 pluses. I've got 1 more Omicron, but they've got more Zetas and GP. So yeah, we've seen that they've got a good score on the board. So let's just see how they actually got on. Okay, they haven't hit fleet. All 1 battles there. All 1 battle there. I did put an Omicron on, sorry, data. I said it last night and I'm still saying it. I did put a Datacron on the Phasma team just in case FOTP caused a bit of trouble with it, but alas, no. And then if we go down here, anything? No. So all in 1. Any battles on fleet, or did he just leave it? Yeah, just left it. Okay, so I'm assuming he's waiting to see what I do. So let's have a look at what they've left for me. Got Qui-Gon with Cam. Thank you very much for that. Although, saying that, no Anakin. I mean, I'll take that. That should be easier to do Geos with. We got Padme. Alright, I don't mind that too much. We've got Night Sisters, and we got GBA. Not GBA, sorry, GG. It's tempting. Okay, we've got Bad Batch with Cody. We've got a nuke team with Nest and Watt in there. We've got JMK with a Datacron. What's the Datacron? Whenever a light side ally inflicts at least 4 debuffs in a turn, they have a 10% chance to reduce their cooldowns by 1 for each debuff they inflicted that turn. Right, that shouldn't have too much because, if I'm reading that right, there's not a lot of debuffs in a JMK team. Yeah, I can't think of... The only thing I could think is maybe Mace with a stun. You obviously got 2 from JMK with the special, but that's about it. Hull steal and crit damage isn't great there. Well, it's not bad, but it's not something that I'm overly worried about. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. It's a bit of a weird one, yeah. Still got Cat and a tank in, so I'm not too worried about it. Well, you know, I'm not too worried about the comp, because it's still a pretty good comp. Yeah, Darth Revan as well. Alright. Let's get this bad boy out of the way first. I wouldn't have thought so. Alright, have I got Ahsoka? Adders? Cat? Nobi. Yeah. All in. Have I got a Datacron? No, I was going to say. I'm assuming even if I had got a Datacron, I'd probably be falling behind because 2 of 2. Oh, the joys of Datacrons. That's Mad Overkill. Which one? Why not just Padme Cat? Who are we talking about? My team? Why is it Overkill? We've both got... I need a tank. Cat's there, so one of my toons will get insta-killed. My cat is faster. Well, hang on, I'm saying that. I don't know. Let me just double check it. 350 on mine. I think this is health modded. No, 306. Well, you're saying that, but I haven't got a use for JMK if I just leave him out. He's not really... Well, I wouldn't consider him a solo toon anyway. JMK Cat Ahsoka. Target mace with cooldown reset. Ahsoka will strip the taunt. But the taunt reapplies. Yeah, the taunt reapplies. It's part of JMK's lead. Galactic Republic tanks gain taunt for 2 turns. If they didn't, when they lose taunt, they gain it again for 2 turns. Yeah, he gains that buff, yeah. I still think it's weird. I can't say I see a point in taking a chance on it. Because none of these toons I've got a use for. Well, that's the thing, I haven't got a worse tank. I mean, again, I haven't got a Padme team either. This is my Galactic Republic faction. I've got my 501st and that's it. I'd be saving something for nothing. I've got GMY for my JKR team. I've got C3PO if I want to use C3PO with Ewoks instead of Ewok Elder. So yeah, Padme would just be on her own. That's the way I'm looking at it anyway. I mean, I'm looking at what Aranya said about Padme Cat, a Padme lead. And again, fair enough. Say I wanted to use C3PO with her and then, you know, the Ewoks just have Elder. Again, I don't see something I would solo with JMK. And I am looking at the front wall, obviously, but yeah, there was nothing there that made me think, oh yeah, JMK could solo that. I mean, let me bring up what this guy usually does. Oh, wrong one. Here we go. Let's just see, we've got... I feel like this has changed a lot. We can see JMK. There was a GG down. Qui-Gon Jinn we've seen. Talzin I've seen. Darth Revan I've seen. Newt I've seen. Padme. Yeah, Hunter, JMK, GBA. So the back wall is Hera and Chirpa, if he sticks to his previous one. It's like I say, I don't really see the point in it. If I got like a ton of Galactic Republic tunes left, I'd be like, yeah, go on, maybe it's worth it. But I don't see the point in splitting it up. I might as well just straight insta-kill. Well, let's just say this, right? We do JMK's special and target Mace, fair enough, but we could actually insta-kill Cat. So it's worth actually doing it for that reason, as far as just making the battle easier from the beginning. Do you know where I'm coming from? Yeah, I'll be honest, right? I'm just going in. I'm going in. I think it's just one of them things where I'm like, I don't see the point in taking a risk on it. Alright, so I'll do what you said, just for check it out anyway. So we'll put that on Cat. Okay, so we can target who we want. Alright, I'll keep that in mind in the future in case Mace is ever there. It's like I say, now we've got great control in this battle. Let's just go straight for JMK. Let's do that. I mean, I think this is a battle I'd just rather overkill anyway. But I'm glad I know that now, because I didn't realise Mace's taunt dispelled like that. So that is something new for me, because I might be able to try Slacker or something on it. Maybe. I mean, if he can dispel taunts, maybe if I could get my hooks fast again, maybe I could then... Oh, I'll say that. It would still be tricky to get to Cat. Yeah. Worth a think, though. Maybe if I put someone in like GBA, it would work. Alright, easy. Okay, get up to Shaq. mean, I will repeat it. That is something that I'll definitely keep in mind on my Unkei. And say, I used JMK on offense yesterday there. And like I say, I didn't know this. So for Mace, that's definitely something big to know. Oh yeah, it's overkill. But like I say, I didn't see the point of underkilling it. I think that is the thing. I know you could say, just don't use Padme, save the banners, but I'm like, I might as well just go for a clean 75. Alright. I don't think Echo was super fast, but I might be wrong. Yeah, 284. Or 285, I may have misread that. Yeah, I don't know why Twitch always does them like robots. Yeah, I mean, I've already got a weird clone team hiding at the back, so... Well, I say hiding at the back, it's been beaten, but... yeah, I haven't got my Wrecker and Echo built up, but I've put them with Shaq just to do something because... Well, yeah, I needed something for defense, so, yeah. That team does something sometimes, but I might need to put a weak tune in there just to beef it up a little. Alright. We're going for Darth Revan. And I'm going to try Imperial Troopers. Oh, wrong leader. If you ever see me do the wrong leader, please shout out and stop me. I've deliberately pulled Stark away from the Iden team that I was using last season. Well, last 5v5 season. My Piet is fast now, 335. Is he faster than Revan? So we're looking at... As long as it's in 355, we're alright. Yeah, it's slow. We should be alright here. Let's just check Malak. I don't get stuck behind a taunt. Ooh, 316. It is pretty quick. We'll still beat it, but that was quicker than I was expecting. Bastila? Nah. Okay. Interesting night. Feels like that's optimized for a Talon lineup. Alright, let's go. I'm just hoping I'm remembering this right. It's been... I have done a few in Squad Arena on Unkei, but... It's a while since I used Temmin's. Not Temmin, Crimson's. Okay, over that. TM up. Again, we'll grant more TM to the team. We do not use the special. We don't use the special. Nice call to assist. Let's go for Bastila. That's it, punch the lights out. Go for HK, lovely. And we are going basic there, just because we'll miss. And I am going to do the specially because we shouldn't assist. But now we can then do that. There we go. And then punch Revan's lights out. Clean 65. Okay, we're doing good. And attempting to do Ewoks here. Do I need them elsewhere? I don't. Alright. Ewoks on Bad Batch. This doesn't feel suicidal. You're going to say Revan just really wasn't up for that battle. I know if I face a fast one, I'm going to be clenching my butthole, but for now it's like, okay, that was alright. Okay, so we've got Chirper, we've got Paplu, we've got Lowgrey, we've got Wicket, and as I said before, I am going to throw in 3PO. I want the extra damage there, so that's the reason. Yeah, let's see how it goes. I've deliberately kept my Paplu fast, so hopefully that still plays a part. We're going to call an assist over there. Strip Termeter. All in on Echo. Lovely. AoE. We're stuck behind Riena. We'll call and assist with Chirper. Put that up. Yep, get the foresight. And we're going to call Chirper to assist. Get the taunt. Alright, that's a bummer. We lost a little bit there on 3PO, I think. I can't tell if it's protection up or not, but didn't look great. Hey, AoE. Be nice if you take a turn next, Chirper. There we go. Lovely. You got 2 spaces to go in Conquest. One is gases, the other is DR. It seems to be they always do that at some point. Usually just when you're getting towards the Malgus node, the scavenger node, you know. Okay. Been a little while since I did a Newt team. What shall we do here? A little bit tricky, that. Alright, gas can... Well, I'm saying that. Geos could take this out. So... Because there's only 1 AoE in Plo. Technically 2, I think, with Kiadi. I think Kiadi has got an AoE in his kit somewhere. Is it with Master of Forms? Yeah, daze all enemies for 2 turns. So if he went to Makashi form, I would have an issue, but he's gear 12. Hopefully we could get him out before then. Just occurs to me, I've got Eradicate Bulba doing nothing here. I need a team for the droids. It could be that I do the droids on Newt. And then... we've got JKR for... Sorry, I'm mulling this over. Maybe not the droids there, then. Maybe the droids on the Night Sisters? Which feels weird. Droids on Night Sisters, then... Empire on Padme? Empire's a bit sketchy there, I've got to say. Need to remind myself, has this guy got... or does he put Geos down? Yeah, he does put GBA down. That's one of his Batwall teams, so... yeah. Could do a saving Treya. Yeah, that's kind of where my head is. I'm thinking I need to know what I'm doing with Treya. This is quite an annoying team to just have to work out. And I think because I don't know what to do with the droids, I'm going to use them here. I think it just makes a bit of sense to get them out of the way. Yeah, I hope I'm right here. I can't say I've ever done this battle. Or at least I don't remember doing it. Alright, I don't see the point in doing the AoE this turn, so I'll just basic on Newt. And then do that. Bit more target lock, nice. Nest is about to go, so extortion. Let's see if we can get a stun on Dooku. Okay, we'll keep targeting Newt. Just see if we can keep them from putting tech out. Okay, we'll do that. Do that. Okay, that was just rude, Django. Yeah, let's go for Newt. We are going to lose B1 here, it seems. Let's go for Django. Okay, that wasn't nice. But I don't think it mattered in the end. B1, hang around, please. I would like to get some half-decent banners if I can. That's it. Get some stacks of your B1 battalion back. Okay, at least we kept all 5 tunes. We did lose protection, but 60 banners, not too bad. Would have been nice to get 61, but that's being greedy. Okay. So yeah, Hera, GBA, Ewoks. I've got Nest, so I could probably do that there. Also, I think Nest is on defense. I think she's with Old Republic. So at least I prevented a Kylo solo there. Well, saying that, I don't know if this guy's got Kylo. So yeah, we try that. I'm curious if I actually wrote down what I was planning to do. Let me just double check. Did I do a plan for this? I don't think I did. No, I didn't. Little Luke. It's not a hold team, for sure. It's not something that will stop someone, but it will prevent a Kylo Ren solo. That's why I put it down. Well, it should prevent one anyway. The idea is that Kylo can't reliably count. He'll keep getting dispelled retribution. It should slow it down. Make it a bit more risky. Every time you do an AoE, Nest is going counter. The other one who's good there is Dooku, but I have not got Dooku spare. Okay. I am going to go for Geos. I think Geos have done this for me in the past, so I'm going to back them. The only one who really worries me is Plo, and Plo's a tank, so he shouldn't have high damage. I feel like I need to beef up my spy a little bit. It's not my spy, my soldier. Okay, let's resummon it. Plo's nearly at a turn. Let's just do that temporarily. Okay, I don't mind that. Go on. Eat and delete. Okay, Ayla will hurt. She will hurt me, so let's just try and get her under some form of control. I'm glad I've got defense up here. Let's go over there. Right, see if we can get an expose over here. Lovely, okay. Basic, because we've got foresights. Okay. Okay, that kind of worked in my favour, actually. Let's go for Plo. He's already used his AoE days and he lost it. Alright. Not took me own on, but I thought I played that quite well. Alright, I am took me own on, but I like doing it. Would have been nice to get the protection back, but it's the trouble. When you've got to revive the brute, it's a bit tricky. So yeah, I'm in a sticky spot now. I'm like, I need a couple of counters. I'm going to try and cheese down that back wall as much as I can. Just so I've got as much left as I could possibly use. So I'm a little wary of doing Wampa here. I'm just hoping that Wampa with an Omicron. Oh, saying that I haven't modded it well. Ooh, this could go bad. I'm not sure this is a good idea. 216. Yeah, hair is faster. 244 Sabine. I mean, I will gain TM, but it's all about if I can survive. Zeb doesn't come straight in with the days. Alright, I'll believe in the Wampa, but don't let me down, Wampa. Needs to be higher than Gear 12, but I'm just struggling to get those pieces while doing other farms right now. Okay. We got a bit lucky there. Let's roll. Alright. We're looking good here. Let's just go towards Sabine. I don't like that armor shred. Let's get rid. Slam. Alright. We're good. Alright. Feeling a lot better there. Next one. The whole reason he gets saved for offense. And so Kylo should be able to do this. It's not a clean battle, but it's doable. It's worse if Scout is in there. Although that low grey is pretty nifty, I've got to say. Alright. Yeah, I knew it was coming back, but I thought let's just get rid of one of them, get my protection back. Like a game of chicken, this just got to time my moves right. Yeah, if you mod for tenacity, it can kind of neuter him a little bit. Oh, see? He gains speed for debuffs on him. So you kind of want him to get debuffed, but yeah, how do I phrase it? You want him to get debuffed, but you don't want him having his turn meter constantly reduced. That's the risk with it. So if low grey's a little too quick, it can make things an issue. Plus, we've got low grey and Scout; they can combine quite nastily. Alright. We'll do the Triumvirate. Actually, I won't even do the full Triumvirate. I'll do Treya Scion Watt. It means I can throw Nihilus in with Palpatine. You know what? I'm going to go for the health pack. Just try and beef Treya up a little bit. Come on, Scion. Take a turn, bud. Take a turn. Take a turn. Take a turn, Scion. Thank you. This guy loves giving me a hard stack, I tell you. Alright, let's put that there. Let's get some protection recovery if we can. Yeah, Bitnath one's going to get dispelled. Alright, again, we'll do Halbay Hatred, why not? I want recover banners, so I'm going to do that. Get rid of Sunfac. The whole reason for putting Watt in here is to get max banners. So I don't want to rush this. Okay, well, looking good as far as protection again. Alright, let's get that rid off Watt. I don't want an AoE hurting him. There we go. One. There we are. 67. Takes a bit of time as far as making sure you get the right order, but I'm happy. Yeah, thank you very much for that malevolence. Alright. Yeah, we got Empire. Well, we got EP, Vader, Thrawn. Kind of like Mara, even though she's not doing a lot. And Nihilus. I don't know if I'm just being a little bit single-minded there, thinking about Mara. Maybe Gideon could do more? Support allies gain protection up, so that'd be Palps, Thrawn, and Nihilus. That could be a little bit handy. Yeah. Thrawn's 290. Yeah, that's part of my thinking. Yeah, Anakin's 320. Fast Anakin. Yeah, we'll go for Gideon. Yeah, that was my thought. 318 Gideon. Still slower than Anakin. That is rare. Whew. I mean, I've sped my Vader up a little bit, but it's still slow. I'm just talking about this here, but 250 now. 250, so we get 16 each for Palpatine and Vader, so we're on 282. 290 with Thrawn, 298 with Gideon, and 306 with Nihilus. Then, correct me if I'm wrong, by the way, my calculations here. So 314 with Ahsoka, 322 with Anakin, 330 with R2, and then 338 with GK. Yeah, I don't know why this guy's modded JKA to be that fast without Qui-Gon. That Qui-Gon team was terrible without him. It would have made a lot more sense. Alright, I'm going to give this a go. Hopefully it's not a big face palm. I've stripped mods off my Gideon, and this is where it shows. Oh, I miscalculated. We are faster. Okay, well, I'm going to go straight into Merciless. I can't remember offhand if we gained the bonus TM with Vader, so I'd rather not take the risk. Right, so he's going AoE is. That is good. Do a basic. Yeah, we can't strip the TM, but we can gain protectional. As said as well, demoralized helps. Get armor shred on JKA. Yeah, fracture GK. Stuns if possible. Nice. Cooldown increase. Go on another round of Merciless. Oh. Ah, a little early. Still, we got there. We got there. We got a buff on Ahsoka, so we'll clear that. Got Temmin to pass that over to Vader because he's missing a little bit. Merciless again. Yeah, Vader did a lot of the heavy lifting here. 65. I'd say Nihilus was worth it. I know he didn't get an Annihilate off, but he was there with a good bit of support, so I would say that was a good team selection. Yeah, if 3PO had been there, I would have struggled. He essentially grants protection up whenever you do something. So, yeah, pretty helpful. Alright, let's get Jedi here. We've got JKR, Jolie, Juhani, GMY, and Bastila. Yeah, I can believe Mara works. I think if Anakin hadn't been that quick, I wouldn't have been as worried about it. But I thought, yeah, it's a bit of a risk with such a low gear Mara versus a fast Anakin. So I do like Mara as a low gear toon. I think she's one of the few that have come out that you can actually make use of that early. Armor's probably one of the others. Alright, let's give that to Grievous. Yeah, stuck on Droid for a minute. We can go for Grievous again, so let's do a double tap. Yeah, eat and delete. It's kind of where I missed Plo here. Plo was with Dispel and Basic is nice. Let's do that. Yeah, Yoda's nearly got full Temmin, so that's worth doing. Okay, that's a bummer. I don't like that Grievous went for the one with full Temmin, I will be honest. Let's do that, I guess. Not like it'll stick there, but still. Lovely. Yeah, Joe's at low star in 307 speed for a long time and got great use out of her. She's now 366. I've seen a few fast ones. I know I want to try and get mine on DarthUnkei a bit quicker, but I need better mods overall there. Something the previous owner actually admitted, saying, yeah, my mods need improvement, but I'm trying. It's probably why I've spent so many credits. I had over 100 million credits when I started. I'm down to 70 odd mil. Alright, let's finish off with Fiverr first. You know what, I will go full squad just to play it safe, but I know I could undersize this. But I'm like, let's just throw him in. I have tried before doing a gas solo. If I'd got Relic 7, I'd be... I can't say I'd do it, just for the fact I know I can lose if I get stun locked, but it is tempting. It's lovely ignoring that plague, though. Just imagine gas could recover protection. Like, without the others losing any. Alright, 64, we lost one banner. So what's the score when we're sort of equal? I've actually been more efficient. So yeah, I'm quite happy there. You have a data cron on with protection recovery on days for light side units. Yeah, that's probably nasty on gas, isn't it? That is probably very nasty. I mean, I wouldn't like facing it, I'll be honest. That would be painful. Although, I think I'd rather face that than this. Okay. This hurts, this bit. It's like, you go through all of Grand Arena, smooth sailing, and it could all come down to, is RNG with me today or not? Doesn't help that I've left my bleeding plow on defense. What am I going to do with that? I think I might have to clone Sarge. I haven't got a gauntlet. I really don't like that. I really don't. I've done it before without plow, but it can just be very nasty. Alright. Hunted on Houndstooth. Basic. Don't kill me. Alright, we survived. Turn meter. Mass attack. They take their turns. Don't call Razor. Okay, thank you. Ability block. Basic. They take a turn. We grant turn meter. We kill Xanadu. Okay. Now this is why I like Plo, because I can clear them debuffs and heal up, what's its face? Echelon. Instead, I'm going to go a different way about it with bringing Clone Sarge in. Alright, we've still got taunt, so that's not bad. I'm going to do that temporarily. I don't normally play it that way, but I'm going to try it that way. And hopefully we can get a kill here. Lovely. Okay, so it's going taunt. It's usually the price at this point. You know what? Have another bite of the cherry. Alright. Not too bad, that. Still got a fair bit going for us, so basic. I won't use the protection remove yet. No advantage, so let's just stun if we can. Nope. 2 meter. Now Ebonhawk. I always find Ebonhawk great at that point to get rid of Retribution. You don't want Slave 1 countering you. Let's try and get some buff immunity there. Basic. We've got advantage kill. Right. Double tap. Yeah, let's ability block. I don't want Slave 1 getting anywhere near me. Okay, Sarge, you did a job for me. I appreciate it. Let's do that. Okay, 3v1. Just keep this git locked. Alright. Double tap. Base it. It's a little bit unusual, but I like putting Hunted on Razorcrest. I feel like it hasn't got any benefit as far as turn meter game, but I just kind of like it. When something works for you, you don't question it, if that makes sense. You just sort of go, okay. Alright, and then finish off, we'll call in Special Forces for the assist. Alright. We got through it, 63. Alright. I can sigh a bit of relief here. I haven't had a drink all stream so far. Thank you, Malevolence. Honestly, thank you, Daz. Those battles are the bane of my existence right now. I have to do 3 or 4 daily on this account. Usually I have Plo in there as well, and Plo makes it so much easier. On DarthUnkei, I'm gearing up Gar Saxon and Imperial Super Commander purely because Imperial Super Commander. Gauntlet Starfighter can do the same job, allowing Plo to go and help out the Galactic Republic. Okay. Morning, it's afternoon here. Come on, Liam, keep up the times. I'm doing alright. How about yourself? We've just beaten Executor, so I would say we're looking very good. My opponent's not hit my fleets yet, so I'm assuming they're waiting to see how I get on. In the meantime, I'm just debating. I'm pretty sure I've got Thrawn, and I've got Grievous. So I have not done it, but I'm thinking Thrawn can take this. I know that Houndstooth is going to get marked. I don't like that. I'm bringing that, I guess. But yeah, I think this is what I'm going to have rock. I'm going to say, and it's me just thinking I was the time traveller in the future. I'm going to say, all those Aussies who get to see the day coming, I feel really envious of them at times, especially considering they live in a nice country. Or at least, as far as climate. I'm sweating my ghouls off just for the fact that it's decided to be warm, but not that nice. I mean, it's actually quite murky out. Alright, I will definitely take that. Okay, let's put Breach there. We'll call Razorcrest to assist. And double tap. Lovely. That is the simple reason why I played this battle. I thought, you know what? It'll probably work. Okay, double tap again. Maybe not. May as well mark Echelon. Just get rid of the git. Let's bring an IG. As soon as you feel like you can't, stop. Just leave it wherever you've got it, okay? So, do you want... If you can wait a minute, I'll come down and put it all in the basket. Okay. Yeah, that's why I was saying. Okay. I do love a battle where I can just be distracted and still win. It's like, yeah. There's a point when you just feel, alright, I'm getting cocky. Let's not slip up here. Sappies. To be honest, I really deserve stoning if I lose this battle. Okay, let's get a stun on the Y-Wing. Bring in another Buzzy. Oh, the sneaky little git. When you want that buff immunity to land, it doesn't. When you don't want it to land, it does. Granted, there are very few times you wouldn't want it to go, but still, it's very irritating. I love the Rebels, but I goddamn hate that thing about them, that they're so RNG. It's a different type of RNG to Executor, but boy oh boy, it's still there. Alright. All too easy. So, full clear, 73 on the final battle. Final score, 1835. I did better than DarthUnkei. Granted, lower Kyber, but still, I'm taking it. So, we'll see how my opponent gets on. I mean, I'll be honest, whilst I'm just loading the next account, I will have a quick nosy online, just see what my maximum my opponent could get is. So, yeah. BRB, folks. I'm just going to go out my mum and put some stuff on the washing line. So, yeah. BRB. Okay, so marginally more GP. We're talking about 500,000. 5 more Zetas. I've got 3 more Omicrons. We're looking at 5 more total relics for Riena. Quite a lot more Relic 5 pluses. We're looking at 22. Then it is 9 more Gear 12s. 43 more Gear 6-dot mods. We're looking at 13 more 15-dot mods, but I've got the advantages by 1 on the 20s and by 8 on the 25s. Downside, I've got 1 GL to their 4. So this will be rough. My opponent has got Lord Vader. Lord Vader is the one that they use on defense the most. So, yeah, this will be fun. Yeah, I didn't expect to change that. So, no attacks. Aranya, you lost your GAC as expected, but on the bright side, you got 420 banners. At least you got something on the scoreboard. I know it might sound a bit weird, but I applaud people for at least attacking. You know, it feels wrong when people don't turn up. Okay, so that's what I put down for anyone who's curious. Let's have a look at the actual board. So there's a Gas, a Padme. Again, Padme with JK, that's rare nowadays. We've got Qui-Gon. Not Qui-Gon, sorry. I think I was thinking of Qui-Gon because of Anakin. We've got JKR and we've got GBA. Then down here, we can see Lord Vader. Yeah, Lord Vader's with Maul and 3 tanks. We've got Boss Bounty Hunters with Zam Omicron. We've got GBA and we've got Phasma. So, let's just go for the big boy. I don't think I need JKR. Although, I did write some things down yesterday. Yeah, I did put it in. Okay. We might be able to get away with it then. So, was it Shaka took out? It was, yeah. Alright. Yeah, I'm saying that a bit of bump to protection wouldn't be that bad. Yeah, it bumps them up just a touch. 1,000. Might as well use it. Alright. Let's see how they get on, because this one really is... I'm not looking forward to it. I have beaten Lord Vader, but it's very awkward. Alright, goes first. Alright, I want some crit hit immunity. Okay, let's swap with Luke. Stun the sides. And let's just start going for these tanks. In fact, let's just try and get rid of the weak one. Okay. And I can't go for Maul yet, so I'm going to save the mark. Hey Dan, how you doing? Malevolence. Oh, sorry, I was reading the wrong comment there. Okay, let's just give that to Yoda, just try and beef him up a little bit. Ooh. Safe to say Maul's gone. I'm doing alright, Just trying to navigate this battle. It's, not a nice one, shall we say. Alright. Did a little bit there. Let's give that to young Luke again. I'm just wary of using certain abilities because I'm sure Lord Vader will just nullify him in a minute. Yeah, I'll just keep giving that to young Luke. He does more damage to tanks, so kind of makes sense. My cooldown's got increased. Thanks, Maul. Don't ult yet. I know that one. I know that one. Okay. Now ult. And please survive, everyone. Please survive. I can't afford to lose anyone. Thank you. Oh god, it's a butt clench of these battles, I tell you. Alright. That's it. Let's go for Maul. I want that bad boy gone. Okay. Stun the sides. Just let Lord Vader be the one dealing damage. Let's give that to Hermit. And give that to Jamal. And I'm just going to keep spamming Hermit Yoda here. Finally got GBA to 7-star. Hopefully you're going to get 7-star Padme today. Very nice. Addis has still got some use in this game. I'll put it like this. I used it today. Granted, it was in a way that I don't think people agreed with, but I had a bit of fun doing it. I want to save that mark. Just keep passing to Hermit. Got an ability block, nice. Okay. Slowly but surely we're getting somewhere here. Just like all Lord Vader battles, this is a slog. Let's pass to Hermit. Tyler just got home from school. Hello there. How are you doing today? Let's pass that to Old Man Luke. Get some Efflux on the board. Give that to Hermit. Give that to Hermit. Give that to Old Man Luke. Spread some Foresight in case it helps. Let's do that. To Hermit. Yeah. Oh, it's very hot. If you're in the UK like me, Tyler, I can't remember. It is hot. I wouldn't mind, right? I went downstairs about 5 minutes ago to put to put some washing out, and it started raining. How that works, I don't know. Dan, you just finished your final GCSE exam today. Ooh, very nice. Go and say, what was the exam for? Well, yeah, it's boiling. I will agree. I really wish I could have my window open, but besides the fact that sometimes noise comes in, I don't particularly want my noise going out. I'm going to have to invest in a fan. Physics, nice one. I'm going to say, I'm going back now. When I did my GCSEs, they were all one exam. You just had science. So, yeah, it certainly changed since I was going to school. I think, anyway. I think when I was 30 it was that. I don't seem to remember doing biology, chemistry, and physics. But yeah, nice one. At least you got it out of the way. Hopefully you did well. Tyler, no worries. Catch you around. Alright, I feel like I've got a nice clean board to aim for now. Try and remember speeds. 282. I did say I think I could still do Ray with this, but I'm not sure I can. Hmm, 279. Let's just do some quick calculations. Right, so 279 times 1.2 is... Oh, I did divide. Oops. Let's try that again. So, yeah, I'll put the speed on screen. 279 times 1.2. 334.8. Then times that by 0.2. 66.96. So that takes Bosk up to 348.96. 349 for layman terms. Okay. So the question is, would my BB-8 go quick enough? There'd be 2 droid allies. Hello, Inferno. I don't think my BB-8 is quick enough to take the first turn. How much turn meter is it? 8. 8% turn meter, so it's... I need that calculation from yesterday. Pictures... Where is it? Here we are. So for droids, it's times 1.67. I might be a little out there, though, because it's not all droids. How's it going? We're doing good. We haven't dropped a battle yet. So we're doing quite good. For that reason, I'm reluctant to use them. I think that'd be a drop battle. We've just beaten Lord Vader with JML. So that's a good start. We've got CLS. We can use that there. I don't know exactly what I want to do about Padme. See, that's where I'm thinking Wampa could do GG. If Wampa can do GG, then JKR can do that. Not entirely sure about these two. Well, Night Sisters could do that. Yeah, let's get Wampa out. Rally 3. Really need to give him some love. Oh, hang on, just before I go in, add Datacron. When Dotside ally gains a buff, they recover 2% health and protection. Maybe it'd be useful, I don't know. But I think maybe it'll help. Okay, full turn meter. Let's roll. I should have looked at the other stats of that Datacron, I'll be honest. It was on screen, so maybe you guys saw it. Roar again. Ooh, okay. Let me take a turn. Thank you. Last thing I wanted was Droidica nuking me. Well, this is dicey. I've got a long time now before I can get protection up again, it feels. Yeah, I don't like this bit. Ugh. Ugh. Ooh. You scared me there, Womp. You really scared me. Don't do that to me again, please. I'm trying not to think about Aranya. There we go, Womp. All I know is Grievous is annoyed at it. Just kill it. Oh, go on, kill. There we go. 68. How come its attacks get resisted a lot? On Grievous, if he's below 100% health, he will dispel debuffs. And when it was Droidica, Droidica had damage immunity, so yeah, that was impacting it. If you're talking about Wampa, Aranya did say, because of protection up with the Omicron, it really helps prevent debuffs. You're not immune. The first turn you can get debuffed really badly if you're not careful. Plus, you can get debuffed by things that can't be resisted, but yeah. Okay. What speeds have we got on these? What? 244. So I don't think I could bad batch this. Yeah, 238. I've got Akbar Army. I forgot about that. Did Akbar Army do this? How important is this Geo Soldier in the Padme event? Yeah, I think that's an important question from Rania, what the gear on the other Geos, but what I would say is Soldier is probably the one that is more annoying in the sense that he's got his special calls and assist. So even though all the Geos are going to do that anyway with GBA lead, you don't really want to spam it. But he's kind of important as far as tenacity down. So in that sense, you could do with him. But really the big one is Spy. GBA's Gear 10, Poggle Gear 10, Sunfat Gear 8. Yes, Spy's the big one because he's got the big hit. Yeah, you could do with a bit more love there. I think Spy had a bit of a nasty gear piece around that mark, but once you get past it, it's actually quite easy to take to Gear 11. As far as GBA is a little bit awkward. I was stuck on Gear 10 for a while on this account. Poggle is not too hard to get to 11. Sunfac is hard. Sunfac terrible to get past Gear 8. So yeah, I'll be honest. you're probably worth just taking your time a bit more. Yeah, there's some nasty gear on Spy. Not the worst. Sunfac is definitely the worst in the Geo faction. I'd say even GBA is a bit nicer. But yeah, Spy. There's like there's one hold up around Gear 8. I think I was stuck on Gear 7 on this account for a while with Spy as well. But once you just give him that gear, he flies. I think there's just a load of easy gear in 9 to 10, 10 to 11. Yeah, I would say that a Spy is definitely worth taking to Relic. Not just for his ship, but he's got one hell of a massive hit. I need to remind myself what I'm doing here. So they all start with Tenacity up. If all allies are rebel, whenever an ally's buff expires, that ally gains 3% turn meter. Whenever an ally uses an attack that isn't an attack, they'll recover health. You can get GBA to Gear 11, but don't really want to if I don't need to. I take that point. What I'd say is, with Padme, the bigger bottlenecks, if you like, with counter attacks. Yeah, me personally, I definitely agree she's worth taking to Gear 12 and Relic. She is important at that level. You know, before that level, she doesn't do a lot. But yeah, I'm just looking and thinking to myself, maybe it might just be better making sure you get her first and then gearing her. Because if anything, the Geos are a solid faction. You're going to get the What mission out of them. That is a fair point as well. The health pool increases. Probably worth it. Yeah, I'm backing out of that. I was hoping I got one fast rebel, but I haven't. Damn Omicron. I need something that's reasonably quick. I can maybe try Empire. Yeah, Django's going to be quick. $282 on my Vader, so that's... I really need to leave this calculator on my screen, honestly. I'd win a mirror match, but I feel like it'd be a waste of my Geos. 282 plus 16 for Palps, plus 16 for Vader, plus 8 for Thrawn, 8 for TFP, and another 16 for, oh sorry, not a 16, another 8 for Mara. That's 354. I should write these speeds down so I don't have to keep doing the calculations, but... Oh, I don't want Vader, do I? I want Zam and Bosk again. It could be that I end up having to do a mirror just to play it safe, but I really don't want to do that. 279 times 1.2 is 334, times that by 0.2 is 66. Oh, hang on. $348. Did I say I gone to the 350s with Vader? So if I did, I've got a chance here. I could at least try and ability block Bosk early. Not high tenacity. $290 on Thrawn. $272 on Mara. Go on, let's try it. Well, that went about as bad as it could go. Three ability blocks. I'm curious if Palp and Vader could get through, but I'm doubting it. I'm just curious what Boba's ability blocks are. 1 turn. So depending who the primary target was, they get 2. Yeah, back out does seem the better choice. Bloody bummer that though. Alright. Yeah. I'm not particularly happy with that. That was bad. I'm going to try the Akbar team. There's tenacity up to begin with, so that could resist Jango's burn and Boba's AoE. Although that is not what I needed. I'm okay. Let me just think this through. Let's give that to Biston. Biston's probably the one that hasn't really got a big purpose here, so let's do that. We're going to revive Leia. Let's give Leia some health. Get some frenzy going. Stealth. Again, do that. Yeah, we're screwed it. Back out. That was annoying. I think if Leia hadn't been the one to go first, we might have had a chance because she could have stealthed and started dealing damage. But because of that, we were on the back foot straight away trying to revive. Alright. I've lost 2 teams trying that. I'm going to have to mirror it. I don't like mirroring, but I'm going to have to. Might as well throw in CAD. JTR resistance is good against Bossk in general, but the Omicron would speed him ahead of me. Yeah, my plan on paper had been JTR, but the speeds just didn't work out. Yeah, I didn't particularly want the mirror match, but it's probably the one I can control the most. Not a great sign of how the battle's gone, to be honest. Alright. Just keep hitting Bossk with the special. It means we're reducing his protection pool. Oh, one turn. Bit of a shame, that. Zam, you're annoying me. Fleet number should not have changed until Erodium? What do you mean? You're talking about going from 1 to 2? From Bronzium to Chromium? I agree. I don't like it on JJ. I think it's a little bit much at that point, but I think that might be what they're aiming for. They want people to focus on Fleet more. Alright, we're stalling on that. Yeah, I know what you mean. I've got very weak and squishy fleets myself. Really annoyed at that one. What can I... I'm going to undersize this with Jedi. I think I can get away with that. I say undersize, i.e. it's not a big team. I didn't have a plan for this lot. You finally got the Malevolence, ran out of fleet credits leveling the Geo ships. Well, nice one getting Malevolence, even if you have got to wait a little bit. Let's do that. And let's do that. Nice ability blocks. Hanging out the bottom end of Kyber. Originally thought 3 fleets should have been reserved for Kyber 1. Yeah, that's kind of how I am myself. I'm kind of getting on with it. It's not great. I mean, if you said to me tomorrow, would I prefer to go back to 2? Yeah, but I also respect the fact that the top end of Kyber, they needed it. So it's like, if you want to get to that top end of Kyber, you need to do this. And to be fair, it has kind of pushed me to get a couple of fleets built. It's like my Empire fleets have become more of a priority. I'm trying to farm resistance ships to make sure I've got that as an option. So, as much as I don't like it, it has kind of forced my hand a little bit to do things I'd put off. Okay. Well, the way I see it, if everyone else in your guild has got it and you've just got it, it's a big deal in the sense that you've got a ship that, you know, you've been waiting for. I.e. other people have got it before you, so you've been waiting to get it. I wouldn't consider it not being a big deal. Yeah, I can respect that Malevolence. I really can. I hope they don't, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do. Alright. We got CLS for this. Alright, Dari blows. Let's give that to Harm. Blind as many as we can. Get Rex gone. Go for Arc. Right, Gas is going to stand up, so may as well do that. Ooh, nice one. Hey, nice bit of tenacity showing there. Alright, 62, I can take that. That was a very... Even though we lost 3 banners, that was a very clean gas battle. Right, let's get Night Sisters in here. By the way, Daka's Rally at 1, but she really needs work. My mods are not ready yet. Low health pool. I will work on her. I will try and get her to be a sort of level, but for now, she's just a bit better than she was. I'm actually surprised my Daka's that quick. I might need to check that. Yeah, I don't like my Daka being that fast. I think even though they were slow, I think, yeah, I'd rather someone like Talzin or Asajj taking the first turn, so yeah. I recognise Spirit when she's only gear 10 or 11, but yeah, it just feels wrong. I don't know what that's meant to be. Got like a little ghost buff. That's one thing I feel quite comfortable saying about my Night Sisters. They've got stronger since the last 5v5. I mean, I've just said about Daka and Ralik 1, but Talzin was gear 11 before, now 12, so they're only incremental changes, but still, by technicality, she is stronger. Okay, this is the bit where I like it. Come on, let's get GBA out. Poggle takes a turn, so let's get rid of him. The fight was like watching paint dry. Wow. Don't say, I'll let you write my reviews for the stream. Alright, let's see. We've got Padme and JKR. I think we could do GG there. But yeah, I haven't got a Padme counter. Yeah, I'm kind of stuck now. Just not enough options. It's where them 2 battles cost me. I mean, I can check speeds. Just, 284 now. What about Revan? 257. Yeah, I just haven't got a way through both of them. The best I could hope is doing Rey Jedi training on Revan, and that is sketchy. I mean, I might as well give it a go. I haven't got any other way through. Alright, yeah, let's do this. We'll save that. Oh. For that to have worked, I really needed the AI to be dumb. Asking the AI to be dumb is a big thing, but it's what I needed. Yeah. Yeah, I would have been surprised if Raven had lost. So what I'm going to do, I'm going through the other counter I got. Just see if by some miracle that'd work. Maybe if my Finn and Poe had been bigger. Let's just see if we could have got through this with the droids. I'm doubting it because the droids really suffer in these battles, but let's have a look. I'm kicking myself. I could have done droids against that bounty hunters most likely. They really struggle against droids. Very high tenacity on this Kenobi. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain trying to just get around him. Oh, okay, that was good. Right, Anakin's gone. Alright, not too bad. Slam? Yeah, we've lost Magna. But yeah, bit of a shame actually we lost the other one. I wouldn't really back Grievous in this scenario. Alright, we know for the future. But yeah, nothing left I can take in against JKR. So let's just beat this lot. Nest can take these on. Yeah, they did. I mean, it's like I said, I'm annoyed I didn't just do GG droids, even though it was educational seeing that happen just now. The GG could have handled the bounty hunters. There wasn't an annihilate like the Mandalorian. And whenever I've tried to use bounty hunters versus GG, they fail. So yeah, I should have done that. I think in my mind I was thinking I was going to use droids against Raven or something, but it was a waste. Alright, Nest. Pick up the pace. I'm gonna say Darth Duck's got to go yet. There we go. I'm just letting her chew with the food. She doesn't always get her Ewoks. It's nice to let her have a good diet. Okay. Desperate times. Wow, they really want Chopper. Actually, I'll put that on Big C. I know he's going counter, but Armor Shred's really important there. Let's cleanse it. Just pop that on Chopper in case I don't get to him in time. We'll do that. Basic. Yeah, let's just do basic for now. Give this Big C credit, it's tenacious. Yeah, I think Caden's gonna die here. Yeah, plenty of dots. Yeah, I think I'm out now anyway. I need Kanan for the counter chance. Yeah, back out. It's the trouble. I haven't got a team I trust. First Order might do better, but Squishy's a lack. Yeah, OG Carlo ain't built here. If I got him built, I would use him. Yeah, I should do a lot of things. Do that. Yeah, I'm gonna lose Carlo here. Or maybe not. Just look at that pitiful damage I'm putting out. Yeah. Actually, you know what? For giggles, because I am curious, how do these lot get on? Let me just see. Let's do that there. I don't know who's been telling you that, Riena. Let's do that. Base it. Yeah, with this, there's just no way of cleansing ninth. Yeah, bit of a shame, that. Alright. Well, it's either a mirror, but I'm thinking let's just throw Sith at it. Rough day at the office for Temmin. I mean, I've said it already, I don't mind the Inquisitors, but yeah, that was lackluster. The one thing they've needed is damage. And I can't say that's changed. Grand Inquisitor will hopefully provide some, but I don't know. I'm assuming people are doing testing. Yeah, I saw a thumbnail with that in. I was a bit surprised. I thought Rally 5 maybe they'd go a bit easier, but maybe they want people working for it. Alright, we got through it. And I'll just bad batch this. But yeah, we're going to do Darth Duck, and then what time are we on? We've got a bit of time still, so I might just do a bit of Conquest. I mean, there's always a chance my opponent here doesn't turn up, so that's something. Not saying it's likely, but there is a chance. One other little thing, I'm glad that Temmin isn't in the middle of a big farm like a Gial or something. It means the crystals aren't that big a loss. Alright. So we got the full clear there. Well, the back wall. But yeah, Bounty Hunters screwed me over. So yeah. if they attack, they've got an easy way through. I mean, they've got 3 or 4 GLs on offense, so they'll do all right. Okay, so let's get to Darth Duck. Let's put this on. So, Darth Duck versus Tab Ascoz. We've got 3.5 million GP to 6.3, 64 Zetas to 150, 2 Omicrons to 3, 25 total relics to 64, 19 relic 5 pluses to 17, which is nice, 18 Gear 12 units to 40, 92 6-stop mods to 174. We've got 44 15 pluses to their 39, 16 20 pluses to my 10, and 5 25 pluses to their 1. So I've actually had some good luck with the 25s here recently. I'm sure I was on 3 recently. So we have gone up by 2. I haven't got GL, they've got 1. So fun times. Let's see how we get on. Oh, wrong button, wrong button. Just gave myself a panic attack because I know what that button does. I thought it might just stop the stream. In fact, I think it's just caused an ad break. Yep, sorry about that. Oops. Yeah, I'm just writing sorry. Start button accidentally kicks off, runs ads at the start of the stream. Alright, so this is more for YouTube right now because my viewers on Twitch probably can't watch me, but this is how things are right now. We've got Padme, Night Sisters and Geos holding the north. And down south we've got Gas and Bounty Hunters. Over here, we've got JKR, we've got a Sidious team, and we've got Bounty Hunters. Down south, we've got a Thrawn team, and we've got a CLS team. Okay. So what we'll say, if my opponent's got C on offense, then, yeah, if C's on offense, or sorry, if C's on defense, it's a waste putting it at the back. I'm going to try that. Have I put the mats on? Yeah. Although, no real mods. Might help, though. Alright, let's go. I'm going to say ads over. I'm going to say that was, apologies for that. It was all just because I hit the start button instead of my match button, if you like. Alright, let's just dispel that stealth. Let's go here. Bit weird not having Han in this team. I might not need a BB-8. Okay, 69. I'm gonna say if Liam's here, he'll be happy. So, we got Thrawn. What speed are we looking at on Piet? 236. I'm not anticipating high on Thrawn. 178. Ooh-wee. Let's go for Sappies. We're going to do Newt, Dooku, Droidica. Ooh. Saying that, I've got 1 bonus today. I don't normally have that many. I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave out what. What could possibly do something somewhere else, so put Stormtrooper Han in there. Inferno. You're impressed with your GAC skills. CG changed how lock-in works and also relocks you at the end instead of you being manual. So you went into this week with all your mods moved for Conquest. Ooh, okay. Yeah, you did well. I know it's a big pain. I don't particularly enjoy having to remod like that. Alright, let's clear all that gunk. Sadly, it's only off Dooku. We're under stealth, so I can do a burn. Alright, well, Dooku, go for Veers. I feel like Stormtrooper Han is just my patsy. I put him in here and his only purpose is to die. Kind of feel sorry for him. He is on my favourites as well. I do want to build him up, but I just don't seem to get close to him right now. Alright, let's do that. I can't say I've tried Mandalorians versus Darth Revan. At least Mandalorians without Maul. Alright, let's do that. You know, you realise you go to takeaway a lot when they start texting you saying, you haven't been to us for a while. Do you want to order something? Yeah, just stick on Piet. There we go. We should be alright here. Even if Royal Guard starts taunting, we can just get rid of him. It'd be nice if Django could get the kill. There we go. Got a bit of protection back. Yeah, that's the thing, Aranya. I try not to think too much in these GAs. I don't think they're tuned as difficult. Yeah, I completely agree. It's someone who's done Piet for Sith Eternal and hasn't got a team for it. Alright. They did put something pretty big for me at the back, so I'll treat it with respect. And say I do love my Bad Batch. They deserve their little bit of fun. Let's do that. Throw the knife. Grievous gets a bit angry. We're going to do protection up. That'll probably kill one or two. There we go. Let's just give Hunter a reason to throw the knife again. Pass that to Raka. Toughen up. Give that to Ichigo. 65. Grief. Give me grief. Unfortunately lost this round, just got wiped off and learned to be better for next time. Unlucky Liam. I don't know if you were around for Temmin. I lost there. I'm annoyed I messed up over bounty hunters, so I agree. I've got it brushed off. But yeah, unlucky, man. Are you talking about in that battle just now? Yeah, GG does damage everyone. Yeah, GG does damages droid allies. Okay. I know I want to make sure I get rid of this grief team. Yeah, I haven't got a lot though. At least a lot that I would trust. I'm thinking maybe I could do... just try that. Briefly, I believe it increases max protection or something. It's been that long since I looked at it, to be fair. Yeah, I can't think of anything that would be doing that. Ah, bit of a shame, that. Didn't full clear, but didn't matter. Still would have been short over 60 banners. Guy's efficiency player. Tried to set a decent defense next time. Next time I see that, I may just go the efficiency route myself and start adapting to be able to play both styles again. I can't say I'm that way. I know that probably means I'll lose some, but I am quite gung-ho. I just like going and trying to beat what I can see. I know that there's this mentality maybe of don't try for the full clear and just try and beat what you can. As you say, be more efficient, but I just find that way quite, I don't know, not lame, but I don't know. I don't feel like it's the right way to play, but maybe that's just me being snooty. I haven't got bounty on Sava. No. I've got weird tunes doing nothing. Okay. I'm going to try Empire here. Oh, and I've just given away Vader. Okay. That'll probably make this impossible, but... let's just see. 253, my Mara isn't too slow, but 5-star, it could be an uphill climb. I'm going to do that on Kenobi. Ouch. Revan's done me twice today. Okay. Let's do... Oh, not Sam. Alright. Camel. Django. Let's go for Django. I know maybe the Mandalorian would have been better, but I don't know why I feel like Django's the bigger threat when he can just tap someone permanently. I really need to get some gear on my Yoda, though. He's just not looking good right now. Yeah. Alright, back out. I haven't got damage dealer. You know what? I'm going to leave that all. Starf Duck, I don't care. So, yeah, if my opponent clears bottom wall, they can have it. They've got C on offense, so they can take out gas pretty comfortably. So, yeah, I'm going to call that.